Bo, you want to talk to him?
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank all of y'all for giving us a few minutes this morning. Hopefully convince you of the importance of banking in your hometown and your hometown bank as opposed to placing funds in an out-of-town bank. Obviously, when bids are significantly different, that's understandable. But when bids are negligible, we think there's plenty of reason to choose your local bank. So we want to share with you why we think that. We're going to deliver a letter to you that is signed by all of our board of directors and all of our officers. I think it's 33, 34, 35 signatures on there. It asks you to make that as a part of your minutes, as part of your documentation to hold it in your file. With that said, I'll give that to you now. And you know what we're asking in the letter is just to consider these other considerations, and what we want to do is just kind of point out why. You know, I think we all believe in shopping at home, don't we all say that? We believe in that. We sometimes do better at it than at others, but why do you shop at home? You know, of course, it raises your tax base. We sustain each other. You know, we're in this together. We live in this community. So we sustain each other. So it is, I think, a fairly easy thing to agree on that shopping at home, if all things are equal, is preferred. In this particular case, of course, we all know we lost a $9.8 million CD that's been with us ever since the hospital sold. I don't know how many years ago that was, probably 25 years ago. Somebody may know that for sure. But the CD left us and went to an out-of-town bank for 5 basis points. That's the equivalent. Chad recently got married. Say he bought his diamond ring at Van Atkins. Say he paid $10,000 for 5 basis points. He could have saved $5 by going to Tupelo. If somebody had a car, you know, to buy it at Community Ford for $30,000, but would you go to Tupelo to get it for $15 cheaper? I don't think you would. I wouldn't. A shirt at Tommy Sappington's, $65, you can save 3 cents to go to Tupelo for 5 basis points. So we thought that's negligible. The money, once it's with the bank, with a local bank, is deployed locally. We lend it, homes, businesses, churches, schools, all locally. When it goes to an out-of-town bank, their footprint's much larger. And we've got all the banks in this town are good banks. I'm not knocking on them at all. But their footprint is anywhere from Texas to Florida. And I can tell you, wherever they need that money is where it's going. It's not a big part of it local, just to be honest. So, you know, our point is, you know, your money deposited with your in-town local bank is going to be deployed locally. I'm going to hand out some facts. Let me get you there. Stay up here. Give everybody a copy of the letter. If you will look at the list of Union County banking considerations, you know, the first thing we say is we're privately held, we're privately owned, home-owned, and operated right here in Union County. with approximately 850 shareholders, most of which live in this county and pay taxes here. Number two on this, we pay substantially more property taxes than the out-of-town banks, which have only branches here. We pay over $87,000 last year ad valorem property taxes discounted. We've got a payroll here of over $7 million. That's over 100 people. Averages about $69,500 a person. They're employed here. I would bet if you had a company coming into town that told you they were going to have a payroll of $7 million and 100 employees, I bet you'd give them tax incentives. I would if I was you. It's a good investment. Field jobs here. But the point is, we have it year in and year out. We have no incentive from the county at all. I'm not asking for that, but it's just a comparison purpose. In 4 and 5, you will see where we say we pour so much more money into this county than an out-of-town bank does. And if you'll just go to really break it down, and this is just real numbers for you guys. You'll look at this sheet right here. Union County bank comparisons. It's got a column with all 4 banks in town. The first item is ad valorem taxes. You can see bank, we paid you $87,329. You can see what the other banks pay. We support the Union County Historical Society. We're paying in $12,500 a year. Not another bank pays a dollar. The Tanglefoot Trail, all of these are Union County connected. And y'all got money in it. And it has to be a collusion of private and public monies. What's not, what's not arranged for publicly, you look to the private sector to help. So Tanglefoot Trail, we pay $10,000 a year. Not another bank pays a penny. Union County Development Association, our dues last year, $4,000. You can see the dues for Renaissance, Dancor, and Regions. Renaissance, $500, Dancor, $175, Regions, $175. Main Street Association, we pay $5,000 a year. Renaissance pays $5,000 a year. Dancor pays $1,000, which is where the money went. They reduced theirs this year, Billie Jean told me, from $1,500 to $1,000, so they lowered theirs $500. Regions $500. We provide Magnolia Civic Center. I know that's in the city, but it's in the county also. That's a freebie to all that need it, local governments and so forth. We bought it. We paid for some renovation on it. Got a parking lot in the back that we helped to pay for. We put a rental factor in there, $10,000 a year. That'd be like $825 a month. That's an estimate. The B&A Bank Park. You can say that's a city park, but that's right here in the middle of Union County. And as many Union Countyans use it as New Albany citizens. Very much a vital part of our community. We paid $500,000 for the naming rights of it, $500,000. Well, the way banks do that, that's a prepaid expense. And we bought that for 20 years, so that's $25,000 a year that we expense off each year. The same, we see a clock at Cooper Park, trying to give every benefit that we know. At Renaissance, we heard that it was around $25,000. So we assume that they probably did the accounting like we do and probably put a 10-year life on it and maybe write off $2,500 a year. Anyway, the purpose is to try to get you numbers to look at the difference between the banks that serve this community. And when you add all of those columns up, and I left out all the schools, what we pay in the schools, we paid over $25,000 into the school system last year. All of that adds up. You can see that your locally owned, locally operated bank paid $153,000 into to the coffers that you all are connected with. And the next highest bank is less than 20,000, you know. So we just think that there should be consideration given to that. You know, we've checked with state officials. Does it absolutely have to be on bid price and bid price alone? The answer has been no, so that's why it is an best bid. For instance, perhaps you've had a situation, you know, I don't know the business, but as an instance, say you had a road repair or you know, a road to build, and you got a good solid bid from somebody that you did business with in the past many times, say a Paul Smithy or somebody that you were very solid on, and then somebody out from left field that you never heard of beats the price a little bit. You have the right to choose the bid that you feel safe with, although it's not the lowest bid. So, you know, our point being here is there's a whole lot more to consider than just price. We want these charges to be made a part of your minutes, entered into your minutes, if you will. That's your call, of course. And, you know, let me talk again just a little bit about Hometown Bank. When I started a long time ago, in the early 70s, guys, there was over 20,000 financial institutions in America. And that included banks, and savings and loans, credit unions. Today, guys, there's less than 5,400. They're drying up all over this country. Bought out and so forth, merger and acquisitions. The playing field has changed. It's much more challenging. The efficiencies favor the larger banks because the small banks have to do the same thing they do. Compliance issues, underwriting issues. We got the same bill of goods that they have to do. So, you know, for us to continue to be strong and prosper and grow, you know, we're just asking for our local support, asking for you guys to consider that. You can look on here at the regions. You know, they used to be a local bank, First National Bank. Dave, your dad served on the board. Chandler's granddad and dad served on the board. They were a vibrant, locally owned bank, did the same thing Bank of New Albany did in those days. Look at it now. Regions bought it. You see almost no investment in our community, almost none. I don't know that, you know, we can share much more with you than hopefully that you will see these issues and consider it in the future. But why it's important to try to support your local community bank. We're located here. If there's ever a problem, anyone can walk right across the street and see me, Bob, Mike, anybody. Our account services department's right here. It's not located out of town. These bids that come from the out-of-town banks, I can promise you, aren't generated in the New Albany offices. They're generated in their hometown offices. They call in and ask for a bid. Promise you that. We've got 5 locations here. We've got 19 officers engaged strictly in the lending business here. If you think about it, we're kind of the fuel that runs your engine, because all your ad valorem taxes, all your income comes from businesses and homes that are built here. We do by far larger than any out-of-town branch bank. And it just seems to us that you should consider these points when you know, are looking at your bids, that there's more there, there's a much bigger picture, and we're just asking for you guys' support. You know, we need each other. I think it's important to recognize the difference between a home-operated and home-owned bank versus an out-of-town bank. that's pretty much our message, Mike, Bob, anybody. And it's the message of the whole board. You know, I struggle with this, but I don't want it a personal thing. You know, all of y'all been friends, we think a lot of you, and we're sure not here to try to embarrass anyone or anything like that, but we have felt like, and we've talked in officers' meetings and we've talked in board of directors meetings about sharing our message, because we just felt like maybe, you know, the common person out there don't have access to the information. So that's our main reason for being here, is to give it to you in black and white, and hopefully in the future and going forward, that you will take that into consideration in choosing where you put your money. So we appreciate your time.
Appreciate it, man.
Well, I guess we can be excused.
You can.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Anybody? Make it a part of last minute if you want to. You know, ask for the motion, right? Or
You wanna just
place it
place
on
them
there.
on?
It's up to y'all, I mean,
Make
it's,
no, no.
you're not making a decision on,
Nothing.
to act
Right.
on anything. But since you're not acting on anything, we'll just make it, it'll be placed on the minutes
For public.
for public records,
That's
for
right.
anyone who needs to see it, and for reference for later.
You got it.
I have it.
Okay.
Mr. President, how long is the commitment on the CD placement, Mount Corp South?
I think 2 years.
1 year.
1
1
year.
year.
Okay, 1 year.
1 year.
Okay. I don't know why I thought it was 2 years. Do we have one this
Well,
year?
I counted depositories too.
Depositories.
Depository is 2 years.
You got them out of that CD again, is how much?
He
That's
said.
as long as you can.
He said
He said
8.9.
8.9.
8.9 mil. Thank
Isn't
you.
that right, 8.9, 8.5?
Somewhere.
It's actually 8.5.
8.5.
8.5 million.
All right, thank you.
All right, we need a motion to reappoint TVA Regional Housing Authority Board Member, T.R. Trout.
We're not doing that.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Dave, second by Randy, all in favor? Motion carried.
Hold on a second, so we're skipping number 2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
No, I didn't. It's all good.
We're gonna put it on next,
That's fine.
next meeting.
But there's, I need you to sign this one. You have to sign it.
We ready?
Yeah.
We need to authorize advertising and set dates for bid openings for industrial access road at Martintown.
Believe they
Jimmy,
only
what
got,
you got there?
believe they've only got a few more trees left out there to finish up.
Right.
They'll be good to go.
Right.
This will advertise on the 17th and the 24th of this month.
Okay. We got something, we got something else to advertise too.
Yeah.
417, 424.
101,
101, yeah,
it's already advertised that as well.
okay. We need a motion and a second to advertise.
Motion.
Motion by Randy. Second by Steve, all in favor? Motion carried.
And the bids will be received on May 20th. So that's when the next meeting will be. For the- I
Which
mean,
one is that,
bid
Nat,
openings.
the first one?
Yes, for this one, for the,
Bids will be received the 20th of May.
yes, for the Martintown North. Now, what else did you mention? What's the other one? What did you say the other one?
County Road 101.
What is that, a repair?
Yeah.
Overlay.
Meal overlay.
Alright, so is that, are we doing bids for that also? Or what is that for? What are we doing on that one?
On 101,
Yes, what are we doing on 101?
that's mill and overlay.
Okay, are we making a motion to do what, to just approve,
To
for the
approve
overlay?
the
Approve
Authorize.
bids, we're gonna advertise.
We're advertising that?
Advertise just like,
Okay, so we're advertising both.
we're gonna advertise both of them, right?
Okay.
Here's a copy. be opening.
When is that bid opening on the second,
Thank you.
on that bid?
Do you
on
wanna
that
put
road?
a